Have you ever had a favourite kid show? The Australian Broadcasting Corporation of the 90s was home to some of the most loved children's shows ever to come out of Australia. Preschool, Bananas in Pyjamas, and The Wiggles have all stood the test of time. But one band failed to go out the other side, the Hooley Dooleys. So, why is that? Why didn't they ever go inside? And where are they now?
We are the Hooley Dooleys, and who are you?
Hello, and welcome to the documentary. My name is Jacob Gamble, and I'm a film and TV student at Xavier Catholic College. I have been passionate about the film and TV industry for a few years. The Hooley Dooleys are something very special and fascinating to me, so I decided I would contact the original members and try and find out the real story, and possibly reunite them for a final performance. The Hooley Dooleys were a children's music and performance act which began in 1996. They first appeared on the ABC, but later appeared on commercial television and as a live touring act. After 10 years as merely bit players below the ABC's premier suite of money spinners, The Wiggles, Bananas in Pyjamas, and Preschool, the Hooley Dooleys broke free in contentious circumstances. So come along with me as we discover what they did, who they were, and what happened to them. Begin.
We are the Hooley Dooleys, and how do you do? We are the Hooley Dooleys.
How did you meet? And what made you want to become children's entertainers? As you know, I am from France, but I have always loved rock music. I learned to play the flute and I got a major in it there, so I eventually studied at the Conservatorium of Music in the mountains. I learned to play the violin when I was in university, and I decided to take it to France. I immigrated here in 1981, and it was here I eventually met Bruce and David. And I would eventually found the preschool music class there. And it was there I eventually started to develop a passion for it and play for there. And it was there I first met Antoine, because in high school, no doubt, he's 10 years older than Bruce, he's 10 years younger, silly me, than Bruce and I. And we decided to play together.
We are the Hooley Dooleys, and how do you do? We are the Hooley Dooleys.
Meryl, were you the one to sign the band?
Yes, I was the one to sign the band.
Did you see any similarities to the Wiggles?
I was the one to sign the Wiggles, and I love the Hoolies, but I partly think that they are similar, but I think they are both their own thing.
How did you feel when they left the ABC?
Yes, I was quite upset at first, but life does go on, and they weren't being treated very fairly at the ABC.
We are the Hooley Dooleys, and how do you do? We are the Hooley Dooleys.
Why didn't your last few years work out? Well, we had it all, and I don't know, I guess we just started to grow where I am, that's all. I left, and Bruce and I left to form Loop de Loop, but I don't know. I really don't know. The band started with the ABC in 1996 with their first self-titled album, and followed that a year later with their second album, Splash, and their first video of 36 minutes. As the 90s progressed, they started to give the Wiggles a run for their money, winning an ARIA and being nominated for several more. They produced 10 videos and a television series in 1999 with the ABC. They eventually had enough and left the ABC to sign a new deal with Warner Bros. They were back with a new deal and a new look, and ready to finally step out from the Wiggles' shadows. They produced 3 videos for Warner Bros. And had plans to rival the Wiggles' success with cracking first television and then America. But nothing ever eventuated from it. They instead started to fade into obscurity. Bruce and Antoine would leave the band and form their own act, such as Loop De Loop and Antoine, while David would struggle on with 4 new members. These included Jenna Whitcomb, Katie Cesaro, Lulu King, and Adam Grubner, who starred alongside Butts as well as Russell and Tickle in a series called How to Educate and Entertain. You know, sometimes you try your best, but things don't work out the way you want them to. But, if you touch somebody, made someone's life happy, and they still remember you, well, then maybe you didn't fail at all.